Hi guys, so it's been quite a while since I've done one of these videos, and that's an awesome game I'd never heard of. And what I've got here is a game on the PC. It's a game that was released in 2003, only in Japan, called Banditz. Um, Unsurprisingly, in the UK, or in the West generally, I guess, it's a bit of an obscure one. And it's a horizontal shmup. So what we've got here is choice of characters. There's 3 characters to choose from. At the moment, I've only played with this one here, this blue guy. You've then got the choice of missiles that either kind of go up around the ship or shoot out in front of you. So we're going to choose these ones, and then this is the bomb option. You've got the option of bombing when you hit the button, or auto bomb, which releases the bomb when you take a hit. So we're going to put it on that to make it easy. So let's get started. We'll take a little look at this. So firstly, you can see this game looks great. Bright colours, kind of cartoony style graphics, but that kind of style I actually really like. I do quite like a cute 'em up, and I like a kind of sort of the cel shaded graphics that we've got here. I do quite like things like Radigy, for example, similar sort of style here, and this is, you know, nice bright colours, and plays pretty well too. So one of the kind of interesting mechanics of this game, you see the kind of option that we've got here, currently shooting forwards. When you're not shooting, it goes into the opposite direction that you move. So that means you can release the fire button, and then point it in wherever things are coming from. And the game makes quite good use of enemies coming from the front, the rear, the top, the bottom, that actually make that worthwhile change in direction, and not just shooting forwards the whole time. This is the first boss here. He has this sort of missile attack that you have to kind of dodge, and then fires these sort of blue rings at you. It's the first boss, so it's not too challenging. You see there, we've cleared it, and actually that was the mid stage boss. I think there's another one at the end. But yeah, this game today is now abandonware, so you can download and play it for free. And I've got it here on Windows 10. I literally have done nothing to get it working. I downloaded the installer, and actually I don't think it was even an installer. I think maybe I literally just unzipped the files and ran it, and it runs perfectly. I'm playing on a PC CRT, and the game's running in 640 by 480. Even though that monitors, the resolution we've got it set in the operating system's 1280 by 960, but it's forced it to 640 by 480, which I'm guessing is the preferred resolution of the game. So yeah, here we've got the main boss of the first level. So yeah, this guy's Sidram was a bit of a bullet sponge. So yeah, the first phase is these things pop out, and you can, I don't know whether you can destroy them, but they just fire these pink bullets, which are not too difficult to avoid. But we'll just keep shooting the main guy, and eventually, yeah, those 2 rear ones blow up, and you get to the second sort of phase of the boss. With these sort of fairly straightforward bullet patterns. I can't remember what the difficulty I've got it set on. I think it might still be on easy. There's 3 difficulties. I was playing on medium, and the second boss I think becomes particularly challenging. So I popped it onto easy, or we got clipped there. Yeah, I popped it onto easy, and it is a bit more straightforward, and I think that might still be what it's on. You saw when that laser hit me, it flashed, and that was activating the bomb. So basically, it enables you to have kind of an extra hit. And actually, I think this is probably still on easy, because what I did was change it to easy and up the number of lives that you get. So the number of lives are up in the top right. You see it saying times 7 at the moment. Things are going. So now we're on to level 2. More things are kind of coming from the side, and the rear and the top. These little orange things, when you destroy them, they release bullets at you. But this is on easy, so all the bullets are fairly slow. On medium, as you might expect, there's more bullets and the bullets move faster. But easy, once you start making some progress, the difficulty still ramps up. So we got to the mid-stage boss on level 2. Yeah, this is definitely on easy. The gap between the kind of pink bullets and the blue bullets firing in this section is much closer when they're almost overlapping. We took a hit there when we shouldn't have done. But the bomb regenerates in the top right there. So those are the 3 attacks, and then it cycles, and you see we're back to it was going back to its first attack. In terms of playing for score, there's this kind of rank at the top that we see. This bit I really like. This bit reminds me of Thunder Force 4 with the kind of water section in that game. With the enemies kind of jumping up out of the water. So you see there, we took a hit, and because our bomb hadn't recovered, we then lost a life. So we went from I think we had 7 lives, and it's dropped to 6. So that's how the life system works. It's basically the number of hits you can take till you die. Now this boss, when I was playing on kind of normal difficulty, I was really struggling with. It takes a lot of hits, and some of the bullet patterns are quite tricky. So these first stages are not too bad. You see, these big blue bullets, which you just sort of drop through, and then it has these little lasers that fire at you, but they attack your position. So all you've got to do is kind of just move out the way as they fire. This kind of second phase is now starting to get a bit trickier. But yeah, because these sections, the bullets are pretty linear, you can mostly avoid them. Now the bullet patterns are getting a bit more interesting, where they sort of start to overlap, and you've got to kind of spot your gaps, and then run through. And there's the kind of rockets in there to provide a bit more challenge as well. The other thing for playing on easy is it's a chance to just play more of the game and see more of it. Hopefully we'll get past this boss soon enough, and then we can see the level 3. But you see these bullet patterns are nice and slow, bit of dodging required, but yeah, nothing too taxing. So for a beginner or someone of mediocre skill, easy makes it nice and accessible, and then for those that are a little bit better, you can jack the difficulty up. yeah, so this stage is quite cool. You know, obviously inspired by R-Type, but you know, continuing with the kind of the nice cartoon theme here. So massive ship with various weapons. You've got to just sort of take them out one by one. Take those out. Okay, so that's why we've got to get that little bit on the end of the ship. But yeah, as I said, lots of bullets, but the bullets move nice and slow, so plenty of opportunity to kind of watch and dodge. Which is great for learning, to be honest. You know, you play an arcade bullet hell game, and you just, you know, the bullets are too fast, and you just get beaten down if you're not highly experienced in the game. I also quite like the fish there. You know, probably a nod to Darius and that series of games. Take the fish out, these guys out. Nice, making our way through. Yeah, as I said, I started playing this game and really, I really enjoyed it. Okay, so we're at the boss now, I guess. So you can see now the bullet pattern's getting a bit crazier, but also you can see the kind of space emerging, where I can just wait for a second and you know, wait for that next phase to. Oh, we took a hit there. But yeah, look at that. I mean, I think it looks great. You know, when it first appears, there's no gaps, and then as you, okay, we took it out. Good. And then yeah, as that sort of almost flower type pattern emerges, the gaps emerge too, and you've just got to keep your eye out, spot the gaps, and in some cases not move. Oh, that's a bit annoying. Those things came down straight on my head. Have to watch out for those. Okay, so there's some coming from the bottom now. Can we just wait for them to pass? And so yeah, you can see that, you know, although this is on easy, the difficulty's starting to ramp up. Bullets are coming a bit faster. Enemies are moving a bit quicker as well. I quite like those warnings. You know, it tells you where the enemies are coming from. That means you can prepare your option to kind of deal with that. Yeah, the last time I played, I can't remember whether it's the mid-stage boss or the end boss, but yeah, it literally started eating my lives. Oh, took a hit there. These bloody laser birds are. We lost a life as well. Robot sheep. You get peppered by dragonflies, like driving on the M25 this time of year. So yes, that was the first phase. I can't remember what the second phase does. Okay, so we've got a couple of patterns to deal with here. In terms of the buttons, there are 4 buttons. One for your kind of main shot, one for the missiles, and one for the bomb. But what I'm using here is actually there's an auto button which basically handles everything for you, and keeps firing, and then you can just release that to change the direction of the option. Okay, how much more we got to deal with? There we go. Took him out. So was that the? Yeah, that was the mid-stage boss. So this is quite cool. This is kind of the next phase of the first level, or not first level, fourth level. I think we're on now, isn't it? But we see that we're scrolling vertically. A little bit of concentration, and it's quite kind of tactical as well, you know, because you. Okay. Bugger off. There we go. A bit that's a bit like Frogger. So yeah, these things are firing these orange bullets, which you can shoot. So. In. It's a bit like that game Downfall, isn't it? The sort of kids board game. You have to hop into the sections and move around. Getting a bit stuck. It's handling the option. Trying to get that in the right direction whilst not taking a hit. Actually did alright. Not 2 of them. Bugger off. Too many bullets. Okay, so we got 1 of them. Maybe I should go next to it and rather than taking all the bullets that it's dropping out underneath. There we go, that one's gone. Still a lot of bullets on the screen. Get the options spun around. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember this boss. This boss is horrendous. So we see there's these bits here. This is because the boss does this, and you have to hide behind. And then he's going to stop. I've got a chance to give him a couple of shots, so I got hit. And it can just clip you as well, which is really annoying. Oh, we're going to get stuck. Move. No, we take another hit. So once he stops... Oh, this is the next phase. You know, we've not done much damage to him either. Yeah, I remember this. So it sort of spins round and you have to both avoid him and dodge the bullets. And if you stay, you can let him go past you, but the density of the bullets is a bit too much. shoots us. No, not on top of me. Oh, I think it took my bomb. Okay, back on this phase. Bugger. And then this phase, it spins around, just gotta kind of dodge. Not too bad. Gonna go the other way now. Yeah. Okay, that's that phase of the boss done. Yeah, I seem to remember this bit was not quite as difficult. So there's those green ones that kind of hit the wall. When they hit the wall, they then kind of reflect in a kind of pattern of three. But this is mostly just sort of bullet dodging, which is not too bad. Just got to keep your eye on things. Watch out for those ones that reflect. Cool. So we took it out. Yeah, I think the second phase there is actually harder than is easier than the first. Cool. So we're on stage 5, I think. Oh, that was silly. I wasn't really paying attention and. But yeah, the difficulty is definitely ramped up now. Oh, silly. Oh, we lost a life. Yeah, nice variety in the stages as well. You know, we've gone from what the first stage was kind of green, that went into then like a kind of cavern stage, we had the vertical scrolling stage, the kind of R-type spaceship stage. So yeah, nice variety. Okay, back with the fishes. Oh, lost a life. Oh yeah, so this thing, you know, once it starts getting a bit trickier, you know, the life starts to tumble. So yes, that's game over. So cool game. I would recommend it to anyone actually. As I say, free to download, runs on PC. I'll put the link in the comments. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed seeing this. If you do fire the game up, or you have played the game, or you've heard of the game, please leave a comment. If not, I'm going to wrap this up. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.